Hi, it's me again with Corel Tips and Tricks. Somebody asked me a question. Is it better on something like this, use the virtual segment delete key or the smart fill tool? Uh, Personal preference. So if we were going to make a design, we can go through here and cut these lines out. And I've used this a lot. The line stop the virtual segment line. Now, if I hold down the Alt key, I can swipe through here. Now you could make probably the shape I'm going to make just by drawing a box or a line, but you can do a lot more. And now I'm going to hold down the Alt key. This time I'm going to try to stay to the line, and then I'm going to come back holding down the Alt key, and I got most of them, but I'm going to have to zoom in on that little bitty. No, that's gone. So the disadvantage to this is if you're doing this, I'm going to hold down the Alt key, and you're destroying your line. Now, it didn't take any time to draw that, so it's not that big a deal. But if it was something that was a little more hard to draw, let's go ahead and we'll make a box, which we could have done any which way. And we got one little bitty tidbit of a line. Now, one more down here. Now take your smart fill tool and fill that in, and you've got that shape. Let's back up here and go ahead and get it again and go ahead and finish the square. So the advantage is you're done and it's nice and it worked. You can always go back. And of course, you could draw that shape anytime. But you've destroyed your grid lines. If you use the smart fill tool, you can go through there with the smart fill tool. Now you still have to fill in every little bitty tidbit of a line, and there's actually a way around. I'm going to miss that one on purpose because I'm going to show you what you could do instead of if you were doing something like this. So we're going to make this pretty much that same line, same item. And if you fill in something that's not supposed to be filled in, you're okay too. Now the advantage of this is I can move my lines out of the way, and I've still got them if I want to start over. Now here you can actually see the lines even though they were hairlines, but all you have to do is select it all and weld it, and that took care of those lines. Now I purposely missed those 4 parts. We can left click, right click, and all you have to do to get those little bitty parts is take your shape tool and just get those 3 nodes and delete them. Get those 3 nodes and delete them because you're working with lines. And you could actually get rid of more of these. Now, if you hold down the Alt key when you're doing this, you can actually use a lasso to, because it's hard to, if you're going to try to get all 5 of these, you can't get them all in one shot. But if you hold down the Alt key, you can use it like a lasso, select them all. So I've done the same thing, but I've got my lines back. And I've got one more little bitty bad point right there. And I think if we delete that, it'll go right back. So 2 different ways, personal preference. I normally started doing this, but lately I've been doing the smart fill. And you can really make some pretty neat patterns. I just made a square, but you could make, letters in here. You could make an S, in this, actually make a monogram type deal. Anyway, I hope that helped. Thank you for watching.